Hi there, here's how to connect Polygon.io to Google Sheets using Apipheny. So I'm in the Polygon.io API documentation, and in the API documentation, it explains that the way you can authenticate your API request is by putting the API key at the end of your API URL, just like this. So if you can imagine this was your API URL, this API URL is getting the data for this specific ticker in a one-day range in 2023. So we can copy and paste this URL into Apipheny. So you have to install the Apipheny add-on, and then you can paste your API URL right here. And the only variable that you need to add is your API key from your account. So you can see right here, it says API key equals, and then if your API key is 123XYZ, then you put that value right here, and then you can go ahead and try running the request. So these are all the available endpoints that you can use from the options. You can also get data from stocks, indices, Forex, crypto, but for options specifically, these are all the available endpoints. So for example, if you wanted to get the daily open and close, then what you would need to do is replace this part of the API URL. So you can see V1, options ticker, date. So if we take that, and you can see right here it says V2, so if we just switch that part and we put V1, open, close, options ticker, so we need to get the value for the options ticker, which should be available somewhere in the API documentation. It should have a list of what all of the options ticker codes are, and then you would just replace that here. You would put your date, and we also need to add one more parameter, which is again the API key. So at the end of every request that you make, you need to add this to the end of every request that you make, which is question mark API key with the K capitalized equals, and then replace this asterisk with your actual API key. So no matter which endpoint you use, what data you're getting, for example, trades, you would replace this portion of the API URL, you would add your API key at the end. You would also need to make sure you enter the correct options ticker symbol, timestamp. So like here, for example, if we put the timestamp for 2024-11-1, and we can change the limit if we want. We can even sort by timestamp if we want. And then you can see right here is the updated API URL that we can enter into Apipheny, and the only thing that's missing is the API key. So no matter which endpoint you use here, you can play around with the variables, get your API URL, add your API key, and then in Apipheny you can go ahead and try running your query and get the data in your Google Sheet. So I hope that helps. Again, all you need to do is just look for the data that you need, the endpoint that you need. You can change these parameters if you need to, and then just copy the API URL, add your API key, and try running it in Apipheny. I hope that helps, and let me know if you have any questions, and have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.